Welcome to the MFR Coaches podcast, where we talk about how you can create a six-figure MFR practice. I'm your host, Heather Hommel. Not only have I been practicing MFR for 11 years, I'm also a life and business coach, especially for MFR therapists. My goal is for you to understand how to get fully booked, how to talk to your clients, and how to make sure they understand what's possible for them with MFR treatment. I'm here to help you stop under-earning, overworking, and burning out. I'll lend support so you can create the MFR practice you've always wanted. Learn how you can do it too, even if you live in a tiny town, and even if you're just starting out, and even if you've ran your practice for years. Let's go. Hey, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of the MFR Coaches podcast. A few weeks ago, one of my clients told me about a moment that changed everything in her schedule. She looked at her last client of the day and said, "I have one appointment left next week at 5:30. It's my only opening. Would you like it?" And the client said yes. And that one sentence filled her final spot, which meant she was now fully booked for the third week in a row. 2 new clients that same day, her calendar set on purpose. No chasing, no wondering, no hoping they would follow through. She moved first. And almost at the exact same time, I was making moves of my own in my business. If you might remember back a couple of weeks ago, I was talking about hosting a luncheon. So since then, I've hosted a luncheon, nothing extravagant, just a decision to be more visible than I had ever been before. And the response was not clean or universally positive. There was a lot of resistance and pushback and even interference. It was quite shocking. And standing in the middle of that moment, I realized something I had not fully admitted to myself before. For a long time, I thought some of my business moves were being strategic, thoughtful, measured, and professional. But underneath that, I had been doing a lot of waiting for permission, waiting for the room to approve, waiting to grow in a way where everyone still liked me, waiting for expansion that did not come with as much discomfort as this did. And that week made something very, very clear to me. Growth does not happen when everyone agrees with you. It happens when you decide you're done waiting for approval. Waiting rarely sounds like fear. It sounds kind of responsible, and it can sound like, I just need more time. I want to explain this better. I want the timing to feel right. I want to feel more confident first. For my client, waiting had turned into something heavier. She'd been struggling for months. Self-doubt had crept in. She was feeling really frozen, unable to move forward. And not because she didn't care or didn't want to grow her business, not because she lacked any sort of skill level, but because every step she took felt risky. So instead of forcing herself to just be confident, she started to ask me for coaching. She started working through the blocks, not in theory, but in practice. That is when things began to change, not overnight, but through small, deliberate moves. She started posting her openings. She joined a group event that promoted her business. She began making more offers, more invitations, having more direct conversations. She was even calling people on the phone to see if they wanted to have, a quick coffee chat and check in about what she offers and how she could help other people. None of this came from all of a sudden having confidence or a sudden swift boost in confidence. It came from her willingness to move even when doubt was still present, willingness to take action even when she was really uncomfortable. So when she found herself at the end of that day with that one spot left, the moment was not random. It was built. She had been building this for months. It was built from posting when she felt exposed, showing up when she felt unsure, offering when she wanted to wait, right? Making those offers when she'd rather just stay home. And this led her to saying to that client, "I have one appointment left next week at 5:30. It's my only opening. Would you like it?" And then the client being able to say yes to her. At the same time, I was making my own move. Hosting the luncheon was not bold because of the logistics. It was bold because it required visibility And visibility invites reaction, sometimes from people you're shocked by. The moment I stepped forward, the illusion cracked because visibility does not just attract support, it reveals lines of tension. And in that moment, I saw how much of my own growth had been quietly paused, not because I lacked strategy, but because I was still quietly hoping for permission from the audience, the environment, the industry, the quote unquote powers that be, permission to grow without friction, permission to expand without being misunderstood, permission to lead without anyone feeling uncomfortable about my leadership. That permission just is never coming for us. It just never comes. That moment forced a decision: go back to waiting or grow, because growth always creates movement and movement always creates reaction. The luncheon did not just increase visibility, it showed me where I had been holding back, waiting for acceptance, waiting for approval, waiting for a version of expansion where no one pushed back. And that version just does not exist. That's very clear to me now. This is the same pattern that shows up for you all in the treatment room, in first visits, in second visits, in third visits, in rebooking conversation, in follow-ups. We think we're being respectful when we wait, but often what we are doing is avoiding true leadership. We wait for clients to decide. We wait for clients to ask. We wait for clients to signal readiness, and that leaves them alone with their uncertainty. Leadership does not remove choice, it removes confusion. The same shift that filled my client's schedule changed my own trajectory. She stopped waiting for confidence. I stopped waiting for approval. Both required the same thing: movement before comfort, decision before consensus. I used to think waiting meant I was being thoughtful. Now I see that sometimes waiting is just delay dressed up as some sort of fake professionalism. Growth does not respond to delay, it responds to decisions. My client made one in a single sentence, but it was built from months of choosing movement over freeze. I made one step forward. Neither of these things were dramatic, both were very directional, and both ended in those moments the waiting that we had been doing. I think it's so important to check in and look at, where are you waiting and what are you waiting for? And what's going to help you end your wait? If this resonates with you and you want to learn how to lead these moments inside your sessions without pressure or awkwardness, I am hosting a free training called The Real Reason MFR Clients Don't Commit after the first session. It's happening March 18th at 3 p.m. Central, and you can register by going to the mfrcoach.com/reason. Or simply comment reason on any of my social media posts and we'll send you the link. If you find yourself waiting, now is the time to take action, even while you're in discomfort, and I can help you do it. I'll see you next week on another episode of the MFR Coaches Podcast. Bye for now. Thanks for listening to the MFR Coaches Podcast. If you're ready to grow your myofascial release practice, make sure to sign up for my next free training. These live webinars are designed to help you take real steps towards building a fully booked, profitable business. You can save your seat and find the latest dates at themfrcoach.com/webinar. And if you're looking for more support, the Foundations program is now open year-round. Inside, you'll get coaching, tools, and community to help you get fully booked and stay that way without burning out. One last thing before you go. My brand new book, Your MFR Practice Starts Here, is now available. It's a must-read for any MFR therapist who wants to build a business that actually works. You can grab your copy on Amazon and get your companion guide by going to themfrcoach.com/book. Start implementing right away. I'll see you in the next episode.